Hello there, everybody. Welcome back to Tintana. Again, my name is Anna, and I do reviews of writing materials, anything related to, journaling, fountain pen, stationaries, things like that. So today we are going to talk about dip pen, and specifically, I'm going to talk about this Sailor Hocoro Dip Pen and why this dip pen is, I think, in my opinion, the best dip pen I've tried so far. So I actually have three different nib sizes. I have the fine nib, which actually writes more of like a fountain pen. I have a 1.0 stub, and I do have another one that is a stub. It's 2.0 stub. And if you take a look at the nibs of these dip pens, they look very similar to just a normal fountain pen, as you can see. And I was very curious about it, and so I went ahead and ordered it, and I was not disappointed. I'm very happy that I got this. All right, so you have a body that is made of plastic. All you need to do is insert that nib over here, and here it snap. So when you hear that sound, that popping sound, it means it is secure in place. And you can also um, carry it this way by hiding the nib. Okay, so then if you put this in your purse, you don't have to worry about your nib bending or anything like that, which makes this really handy for when you travel and when you want to do art, on your travel or something like that. And this is also very easy to clean. So for the purpose of demonstration for today, I'm going to test three different inks. The reason why I chose this ink is because of the ink properties. I'm going to test it on a multi-shading ink, also on a sheening ink, and also on a shimmery ink, and why I think this particular dip pen is the best, if that is your goal. All right, so another thing I'd like to point out is Sailor actually sells this nib with a feed. Okay, so this is what the feed looks like. It looks like like a regular fountain pen feed, but this is really different. So as you can see, there's a lot of space in between there. Okay, so if you sit the nib on top of this, it will not be I would say like the contact. It's not like perfectly fitted on the top, of the nib. There's going to be like a space in between, and that's going to make cleaning this pen a lot easier. So if you have a glass of water and you're done testing your ink, you can swirl this in a glass of water, and it will come into the spaces between this, and so it will be very easy for you to actually clean this in between inks. And that's what make this dip pen really easy to use. So as for comparison, let's compare this feed with a regular fountain pen feed. So this is what a regular fountain pen feed looks like. So if you have a fountain pen nib, the nib sits on top of this feed, and it is in full contact with the feed to get it writing. So this is not the case with the nib, I mean with the feed of this nibs. It just sits there on top, but there is a space in between, so it allows it to hold just enough ink, to write longer. And but it is there is a little bit of space in between to make it really easy to clean in between ink. So that is awesome. So we are going to test this, and I am excited to show you guys how this one performs. So the first thing that I am going to do, maybe what I'm going to do is test this 2 uh, millimeters stub, and I am going to use the feed. So as you can see, there is a hole, like a heart-shaped hole here, breather hole or something like that. So all you need to do is just insert this feed and align that heart hole to that section there on the feed, and it will keep it in place. So as you can see, it does look like as if it's a regular fountain pen. So we'll see how this works. All right, so are you ready? I am ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dip it in my inks. I'm going to start with the lightest ink. That way it will be easier to clean. I'm going to try the Sailor Manyo Haha. And this is a very popular fountain pen ink because this is really, you know, fun to use. Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is submerge this maybe up to this portion, you know, of the nib, and careful not to actually over dip it in this ink vial. Okay, so that's just what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna be mindful of where this goes. Make sure it just goes right there. Okay. Already. Oops, I might have over dipped this. All right, so I think that's good. So let me wipe the excess ink here because I don't want to make a mess. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to use this little cute guy over here to do on ink swatch. So let us see if this would actually make, you know, the swatching of the ink a lot easier. So it takes some time to actually get used to writing with a stub. If you are somebody who has not tried using a stub before, I don't know what happened there, so let me just dip it again. There is a learning curve to it. Okay, so let's try again. All right, okay, there you go. Alrighty, so it does actually show those nice ink properties. I am seeing it. Okay, so now let us try writing with it. So this is this is Sailor. Okay, okay, okay. um okay, Hocoro. Okay, and this is, there's a learning curve to how to write using this. Okay, ooh, look at that. So actually, I don't know why my camera cannot quite pick it up, but it does give me that remarkable shading there. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but I definitely could see the remarkable shading there. So I'm going to say that the ink I'm using here is Sailor. Okay, Manyo. Okay, all right. Haha. All right. So this is what it looks like, and this is how it writes. So let me zoom out a little bit so you can see clearly. Now let's do some lines here. So there is actually a learning curve in, you know, trying to learn how to do this, just because the way you hold the pen is different from, you know, the way you hold like a regular fountain pen. In order for you to actually create like nice line variations with this, you actually have to hold it at the right angle so you can actually see um, those beautiful line variations. So far, I mean, so good. Look at that. It does actually write really well. As you can see, it does give you that really nice shading. I don't know why my camera cannot pick it up, but let me zoom in. I definitely could see the purple and the blue and the pink kind of like all mixed in together, but this is definitely wonderful. All right, so this is what it looks like on a 2.0 stub. So let's see how the writing looks like when I switch this to like a 1.0 stub. Okay, let's try that. Right, I'm going to try to remove this nib. Oh, I probably shouldn't. I should clean it first and dip it in here in my water here. Is what I'm doing right now. And then I'm going to try to pull out this feed. So it actually is very easy to clean. Okay, very easy to clean, just like that. And then I'm going to switch it to the other one. which is the 1.0. So this one does not have a feed. They don't sell this in a feed, but you can absolutely, let me see if I can actually get this nib out. Oops, yep, so it pops out really easy. Okay, and then I'm gonna switch this feed to that this here, nib here. All right, that's what I'm gonna do here. Let's just pop this in and align that, that little thing on there is the one that you actually have to align with the heart there. All right, let me see. There you go. So you hear that popping sound. It means that it's perfectly lined up there. And I'm going to use exactly the same ink, which is the Sailor Manyo. And let's see, okay, what that looks like. Okay, so let me write something related to spring. I'm going to say that. Oh my goodness, look at that. Okay, let's try that. It's actually easier. Okay, to write with this than the one that I showed you earlier, the 2.01. Definitely there is a learning curve to writing that, to writing with it. So April showers bring, we'll just say Mayflowers. Okay, yep. And then I can maybe squeeze it all in here. Okay, awesome. Look at that. This is so nice. Okay, I definitely can see a pop of really nice colors in here. So that is what it looks like. So really pretty. Okay, now do you want me to show you how the other one, the fine nib, also writes? I can show you so you can see the difference between like the 2.0, 1.0, and just the fine nibs. So I am going to show you that in a moment. Let me clean up my pen. Right, so I'm done cleaning up the pen. Next thing I'm gonna do is I've actually switched this one to the fine nib now, and I am going to dip it in here. Now the thing about this Sailor Manyo, haha, I mean, this is really very liquidy. Okay, I mean the ink is really liquidy, so I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Let me pop in here. Don't want excess ink, so I don't know what I'm gonna write. So what am I gonna write? I am probably going to write spring has sprung. I don't know. We'll see. Let me do that. Alrighty. Look at that. Alright. Doesn't that look like just a regular fountain pen? Right? I can actually pop in here the feed, and it would make me, maybe write a little bit longer. So as you can see, this is just so nice. What a wonderful way, to test different colored inks. And as you can see, let me zoom this out. And as you can see, the writing here, I am in love with this fine nib. As you can see, it does lay on paper as though you are using a fountain pen. So if you are somebody who likes to switch inks, this is going to be perfect for you, because the maintenance of this pen is really easy. And I think if you like shimmery inks and like sheening inks, those inks can be really hard to clean in the fountain pen, just because they get into the nooks and crannies of your feed. So but if you have this, you can certainly see how the ink would lay on paper. Okay, so really nice. Okay, so that's what it looks like for multi-shading ink. Now let's try doing a sheening ink this time. All right, so as you can see, this one is already clean. Where's the other nib. I am going to remove the feed in here and then pop it in the biggest nib, so we can see how this writes or how the ink would look like if we are doing like a sheening ink. Okay, so let me do that here. Going to put this back in here. I'm sorry, but you can also actually get multiple feeds if you want, but it's sold out currently. I don't think they have a stock of this. I think this retails for $3, I think, just the feed. But if you have these nibs, you can actually get like multiple feeds and have these feeds on your different nib size, and it would save you some time of redipping because it holds ink better. And you also want to have like maybe like another holder if this is what you like, but I don't have a separate holder. They sell this in gray as well, but the one that I have is white. Okay, so now I am going to try a sheening ink. So this time we're gonna go with a Vinta ink. This is called Vinta Maharlika, and this is very similar to Organic Studio Nitrogen. It is a sheening ink, and you'll see what it looks like later on as we try it. And let me open this up and see. All right, now this one is kind of like royal blue in color. Okay, careful with that. Ooh, all the excess ones here. Let me put it in here in my holder. Wipe the excess ink here. So this can be, you know, this can really stain your fountain pen, I think. And even that nitrogen, I know that a lot of people really like that color, but it does stain your fountain pen. So if you have this, then you can absolutely use it with no fear. All right, so let's do a swatch here first. Yeah, using this oops, let's see. Okay, let us see if we can find and see that sheen properties going on once this is dry. All right, so that's that. I don't see it yet, but maybe we'll see it later. And again, I'm going to write that this is Sailor Hocoro. Okay, like I said, I find that it's difficult to write with this just because I'm not used to it. But once you get this going, look at this. This looks awesome. Okay. 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 Ooh, this is again 2.0. Awesome. Later we'll tilt the paper so we can see the sheen. Okay, so this is by Vinta. Okay, and actually I have not really tried practicing at all with italics, so if you think that this is wrong, just forgive me, because I'm not using any reference or whatsoever right now. I'm just writing as, I don't know, like spontaneously. Okay, so this is Vinta Maharlika. Is this Maharlika? Yep, I think it's Maharlika. I don't know, I'm just trying to write here. I don't know if this is right or wrong or what. Okay. All right. Ooh, I love it. Don't you think it looks wonderful? Okay, let me zoom out here. And let's do some lines here. Okay. Yeah, I find that, you know, writing with this fatter stub is a little bit more difficult, I would say, just because there's a learning curve to it. But once you get it going, then look at that. Isn't that nice? All right, so that's what this sheening looks like. So let me swirl this in my glass of water. because I'm going to switch this to another nib later on. Alright, so let's tilt the paper in and see if we can capture, ooh, the sheen in there. Look at that. Do you see the sheen? The sheen is crazy. It is amazing. It's not that visible in the swatch. Maybe a little bit. Okay. Okay, I do see that, but look at the writing here. Isn't that gorgeous? Just nice. Okay. Alright, so let's do the 1.1 now. I'm going to pop it in here. Okay, and we're gonna do the same thing. Kind of make things a little more consistent in here. Let me dip it again in the same. All right. Ooh, all right. Let's see this. I'm excited. Okay. I am going to write exactly the same thing that I've written. April showers bring May flowers. Okay. Ooh. This one I can write faster, because I find it's easier for me to write with a small nib rather than with a big one. Okay. Ooh. This is just nice and fun. Okay. Awesome. Look at that. All right. Okay. So I'm going to switch the nib again to the fine now, and we're gonna see what it looks like. All right. So I switched this to the fine nib, and the fine nib now, I am going to dip it in the same. Okay. Ooh. All right. Now let's see the writing now. Fine. I'm gonna say spring has sprung. Okay. Alrighty. Don't you think that's just lovely? Look at how fine this fine nib is. It just writes like a fountain pen. Really. Look at how nice this is. This is just perfect. If you want, you know, to have a nib that would best represent like how, you know, that ink would look like on the paper, I think this is the best thing that you can get. Just my opinion. Alright, look at how awesome that looks. Okay. Very nice. Even if you don't have a feed here, it writes really well, but you may be you may have to dip a little more frequently. But if you have a feed, then I think you can write, you know, with this longer. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? Now let's try to see now the sheen of this ink. Okay, so are you ready? Yes. Ooh, awesome. Look at that. I could definitely see the sheen in the 2.0. Okay, I could also see it in the 1.0, and also definitely in you know, the fine nib. As you can see, if you tilt this paper here, the sheen is still visible. Isn't that crazy? Ooh, awesome. So if you have a medium nib pen, that is also, I think, likely going to show. But isn't this gorgeous? Look at that. Huh, aren't you in love with this dip pen? I am. Okay, so my channel is not sponsored in any way, but I rave about this just because, you know, I love sharing you know, my love for inks and fountain pens to the same people. All right, awesome, perfect. So now the last thing that we're gonna do is I'm going to switch the nib again, and I am going to we're going to do like a shimmery ink now. Okay. All right, so I'm able to actually pop in the 2.0, and the last thing we're gonna do is to do a shimmery ink as mentioned, and I've chosen the Diamine Lilac Satin, which has a silver shimmer. I'm going to shake up this ink and distribute that shimmery particles there. And let's see if this can actually showcase that shimmer. All right, so I'm going to dip it in here. Oops, maybe I have dipped far too. Alrighty, alright. So let me see, wipe the excess here. Maybe I dipped. Alright, let's do this, and I am going to again like I said, with this you have to kind of hold it in a certain way to get it writing. I don't know if it's just okay. Let me see here. Oops. Could definitely see the sheen here now. Like I said, oops. That's just me. Okay, so let's see now. Now I'm gonna write the name here. Okay, so this is, maybe I did not dip it. Let's see. It's hard for me to actually see because this, if I don't know, it's hard for me to see where I dip this, what level, because I can't see. Okay, it's hard to see. Okay, let me. So hopefully we're able to do that. Okay, let me see here. Okay, let's try again. Try again. Oh, there you go. Okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. Sailor Hocoro. Okay. Okay. This is 2.0. It's just the way I write. I don't know. I'm not used to writing with this. Okay. That is Diamine. Like I said, there's a learning curve into learning how to write with this kind of nib, because you have to hold your pen in a certain way, like in a certain angle or something like that. So as you can see now, I was able to actually get the right spot. Whereas earlier I couldn't, because again, like I said, there is a, you have to hold it right. Okay. Ooh, looks nice. Do you see the shimmer? Oh, I definitely can see the shimmer. Awesome. Okay, what do I do here? We're gonna do lines. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do some X's. Okay. Squiggles. 8 fingers. Lips. Let's try some lips. Okay. Ooh. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, so nice. Okay. Alright, so let's tilt the paper and see the stunning shimmer now. Let me zoom out a little bit. Alrighty. Okay. Let's see. Are you ready? I am ready. Alright, let's tilt the paper here. Ooh. Look at that shimmer. You know what I found about the Diamine inks? I mean, they have shimmer, but it's almost like a subtle shimmer. I mean, the shimmery particles are really tiny, and it does not, I mean, almost invisible, but I find that it's less clogging than other shimmery inks I've tried. But Lilac Satin is amazing. Okay, so definitely can see that, shimmer going on in there. All right, so next thing that we're gonna do is to switch the nib to the 1.0, and then we'll have a writing sample and see whether we can still see the shimmer. Okay, all right, now back to the 1.0. Let's see. Same. It's so hard for me to see. Wait, up to which level I dip it in there? Don't know, I can see. All right. Hopefully we were able to get enough ink in there. Let me wipe off the excess here. All right, so what am I gonna write here? I'm gonna write the same thing. April showers bring May flowers. I find that it's easier for me to write again using this small nib. Okay, April. Okay, April showers bring May flowers. Okay, flowers. All right. Oh, look at that. Let's zoom out a little bit so you can see clearly. Okay, nice. Okay, let's clean up this pen and then we'll be ready to switch it to the fine nib in a little bit. All right, but before that, let's take a look at the shimmer, I mean. Oh, you know what? I forgot to shake the bottle. Maybe that's why it's not showing up. It definitely can show in the bigger one, but yeah, that was my fault. I did not shake it again. But look at the line. Okay. Oh, bummer. Anyway, sorry about that. But I have you know, I think it would still show, but I did not shake up the bottle, so sorry about that. Okay, so now let's see what it would look like in the fine nib. This time I am going to shake the bottle. So see, all of those shimmery now is at the bottom, and I did not dip, you know, at the very bottom, so I really have to shake this thing. Okay, all right. Okay, let us try the fine nib and see whether that would be visible even in the fine. Oh my goodness, what did I just do? Because I could not see this. I think it will be easier to, you know, have like a vial that's more wide mouth, so you can see exactly up to which level you dip your ink, but I could not. Okay, so let's try. Oops, sorry. Let us try. What am I doing? Let's try. Let me zoom out a little bit. Let's try this. Spring has sprung, right? All right, awesome. Look at that. Look at how nice that is. I really love the fine nib. Okay, let's do some lines here. Okay, X's, light figures, loops. All right, I love it. Okay, don't you love this, guys? This is just amazing. I think this writing sample is, you know, the best representation of what it would look like if you're gonna use a fountain pen, especially if you are fond of, you know, writing with finer nibs. So let's take a look at whether the sheen is visible. But you know what? Look at that. Okay, do you see the shimmer? Do you see the shimmer in that fine nib? Okay, yeah, I do see that. Again, it's not visible in the 1.0 because I did not shake the bottle. But look at this. Isn't this gorgeous? Isn't this amazing? All right, so you have this bottle here that's supposed to have that swatch, and it does show the shimmer in there as well. All right, so let me zoom out here so you can see my page all at once. Okay, let me zoom out, zoom out. All right. So far, I have shown you three different nib sizes for my pen, okay, for my dip pen. We've tried the 2.0 first, and then the 1.0, and then finally the fine nib. And I absolutely love, you know, the 1.0 and the fine nib because I think creates a gorgeous, you know, line variation. Yep, and it's a good representation of what, you know, it would look like, you know, on the paper. So let me know what you think of this video. Okay, do you like it? If you do, don't forget to hit like. And if you have not subscribed already, you know, hit that subscribe button so you can be notified when I upload my next videos. And if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, feel free to drop them in the comment section below because I welcome them. And thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.